Yes, folks, free Lucy Connelly. It's that simple. Now, if you don't know who Lucy Connelly is, she was kind of prominent on X. She had a bit of a following. She was very right-wing. Nothing wrong with that. Right-wing is just like being left-wing, but different. Simple as that. But they like to call us far-right for some reason. Anyway, and she was one of many who were arrested, charged, and sentenced to prison in record time. For saying mean things on the internet regarding that whole fiasco. And she's been languishing in prison ever since. And this was last August now. She's a mother, no criminal record. She said something stupid on Facebook because what happened in Southport, it really did wind people up. The authorities have got to acknowledge that, of course. They won't, will they? Getting wound up about the wrong thing, isn't it? It's wrong here in Britain. And this is another case of free speech not existing in this country. US President Trump, US Vice President J.D. Vance, they're absolutely right when they said to Keir Starmer to his face, you have a problem with free speech in your country. And for Keir Starmer to sit there and tell them to their faces and lie to them, no, we don't have restrictions on free speech in Britain. I'm very proud of that. What a barefaced liar. People are locked up because of him at his behest. He strong-armed local authorities. He interjected himself into the legal system, which he shouldn't do, and made local authorities jail these people in record time. You know, usually there's a pre-sentence report, you get hearings galore before being sentenced, but no, these people were sent to jail for being far-right, and that's because of Keir Starmer's say-so. They're political prisoners. Lucy Connelly is a perfect example of being a political prisoner. She was recently denied a temporary release. God knows why. I mean, she's not a danger to anyone. No previous criminal record. Why not? Considering the people out on the streets at the moment, you got Hugh Edwards doing what he did. Recent Labour MP, what was his name? I've got it written down here. I've forgotten his bloody name already. Dan Norris on bail for alleged sexual offences against vulnerable people. There are countless jihadi, Islamic, Muslim extremists being watched by intelligence services. Why haven't they been yeeted into custody to keep the rest of us safe rather than wait for a terrorist attack? I don't know. The Manchester airport thugs broke an armed copper, female copper's nose. Serious charges there. They're on bail, awaiting a trial. The Labour councillor, Ricky Jones, telling a huge crowd that every Conservative or right-wing person should have their throats cut. That was he made the gesture. Out on bail, all right, he did a bit of time in prison, but early release until his trial later on. Why? Why Lucy Connelly? I mean, why is she in prison? She shouldn't be in bloody prison. And she seems to be forgotten. I mean, all right, Tommy Robinson's in prison. I don't think he should be in prison either, but I think Lucy Connelly should be mentioned in the same breath, really, because the whole thing's absolutely absurd. And statistics were revealed not long ago, and I think it's around 30 people a month get arrested in the UK for social media posts. It's crazy. I can guarantee you, folks, if Lucy Connelly, who's married to a Tory councillor, had made the same post about Reform voters, Reform MPs, Conservative MPs, Conservative voters, right-wing people, Tommy Robinson, people who support Trump, etc., she wouldn't be in prison now. It had been forgotten about. Yeah, that's the way the law works in this country. That's how the higher authorities treat the people in this country. And it's shameful, it's disgusting. So free Lucy Connelly and other political prisoners, because it should be happening in Britain in 2025. The whole thing's just, dear, my God. I didn't join the forces for my country to turn out like this. I really didn't. I suspect, I know many of you do as well, you know, if our glorious war dead, our heroes, men and women who fought against real Nazis and real fascists back in World War II, if they found out that the Britain they fought and died for and suffered for and, you know, all that crap they went through for 6 years had turned out to be, you know, like it is today, they'd lay down their weapons, and some might even join the other side. I reckon if they saw Britain today, I think they would. I really do. What a shameful turnaround it is. But there we go. Crazy, isn't it? Bonkers Britain, as Katie Hopkins said. I'm Paz49, thanks for watching, and until the next time, Roger Trout.